My name is Daniel Park, and I bought the corner lot in Willow Creek Estates because the listing promised quiet luxury. The HOA brochure showed smiling neighbors waving from manicured lawns. No one mentioned Karen Whitmore. She appeared the day the moving truck arrived, clipboard in hand, hair shellacked into a platinum helmet. "Mr. Park," she announced, "your truck is blocking the fire hydrant by exactly 11.4 inches. That's a violation of Section 4B. I measured. She was right. I moved the truck. She stayed. Over the next month, Karen documented everything. The shade of my mailbox, 2 sunset coral. The decibel level of my daughter's laughter, 78 dBA at 3:12 p.m. The exact species of my new Japanese maple, Acer palmatum bloodgood, apparently forbidden. Each citation arrived on scented pink paper, signed Karen Whitmore, HOA Compliance Chair. My wife, Lena, laughed until the 3rd fine. Then she stopped laughing. The breaking point came on a Saturday in late May. I was installing a low-voltage pathway. Light, approved color temperature, 2700 K, when Karen marched across my lawn in white capris. "That fixture is 2.3 inches taller than regulation," she declared. I asked to see the regulation. She produced a laminated card. It was real. That night, I read the HOA bylaws cover to cover. Buried in Appendix G was a clause I'd missed. The board may delegate enforcement authority to a single member for expedited compliance. Karen had appointed herself. I emailed the full board, 5 neighbors who'd never once spoken to me, requesting an emergency meeting. 4 replied with auto receipts. The 5th, Dr. Patel, wrote back, "Good luck. She's untouchable." Untouchable. The word lodged in my chest like a splinter. The next morning, I posted a certified letter on the community bulletin board. Effective immediately, all non-resident guests must register at the gatehouse with proof of invitation. Unauthorized persons will be considered trespassers. I signed it, Daniel Park, Lot 47, per HOA Bylaws Article 12, Section 3. Karen saw the notice at 7:04 a.m. I know because my Ring camera caught her ripping it down, muttering about activist homeowners. By 7:12, her white Escalade was parked across my driveway. She emerged with 2 women in matching Lily Pulitzer dresses, arms loaded with Tupperware. "Brunch committee," she announced to no one. "Official HOA business." They stepped onto my lawn. I opened the front door holding my phone. "Ladies, you're not on the guest list. Please leave my property." Karen's smile curdled. "This is intimidation." "This is trespassing," I said and hit record. She dialed 911. Officer Ramirez arrived in under 6 minutes, which told me 2 things. Willow Creek paid for premium response times, and Karen had the non-emergency line on speed dial. He stepped out of the cruiser, hand resting near his holster out of habit, not threat. "Mr. Park?" he asked, reading my address off his notepad. "We've met. You fixed my wife's laptop last Christmas. Small towns." Karen launched into her statement before he finished parking. "This man is harassing me. He put up an illegal sign and now he's threatening my guests." The Lily Pulitzer women nodded in synchronized outrage. Ramirez listened, then turned to me. "Sir, mind showing me the sign?" I led him to the bulletin board. The torn notice lay in shreds at Karen's feet. I produced my phone, replayed the video. Karen ripping, muttering, trespassing. Ramirez sighed the sigh of a man who'd rather be eating donuts. "Ma'am, did you remove community property?" It was unauthorized propaganda. "It was posted by a resident citing bylaws," he said. "That's not your call." Karen's face cycled through red, purple, and a shade I can only describe as apoplectic beige. Ramirez asked for my ID, then hers. He radioed dispatch. While we waited, he studied my pathway light. "Nice work." "You do electrical too?" "Side hustle," I said. Dispatch confirmed. The bylaws allowed my guest policy. Karen's brunch committee had no official standing. Ramirez handed Karen a trespass warning. "Next time you step on Mr. Park's property without invitation, you'll be cited." She sputtered. "I'm the HOA." "You're a resident," he corrected. "Same as him." As he drove away, Karen's friends abandoned their Tupperware on my doorstep like a gluten-free landmine. That afternoon, I installed a second camera angled at the bulletin board. By evening, the boards shared. Drive, usually quieter than a monastery, exploded with emails. Subject lines, urgent, abuse of power. Daniel Park's hostile takeover, recall vote needed. Karen attached a petition with 47 signatures. I counted. 12 were her book club, 8 were duplicates, 3 were her cats. Yes, really. Dr. Patel messaged me privately. She's calling an emergency meeting tomorrow. Be there or lose everything. I replied, I'll bring popcorn. The community clubhouse smelled of lemon pledge and desperation. Folding chairs formed a semicircle around a projector screen displaying Karen's PowerPoint. The park problem. A threat to property values. Slide. One featured my house photoshopped with prison. Bars over the windows. 43 residents attended. I recognized 3. Karen wore a navy blazer with an American flag pin the size of a saucer. Fellow homeowners, she began, we face an unprecedented assault on our way of life. She clicked to a photo of my Japanese maple. This tree violates height restrictions by 4.7 inches. Murmurs. Someone gasped. I stood. Point of order. The bylaws allow trees up to 15 feet. Mine is 14 feet 8 inches. Measured yesterday by a licensed arborist. I passed around the report. Karen's eye twitched. Irrelevant? He's weaponizing bureaucracy. Dr. Patel raised his hand. Actually, Karen, you appointed yourself sole enforcer without a vote. That's the real violation. Gasps, now aimed at her. Karen clicked frantically. Slide failed to load. She blamed technical sabotage. A teenager in the back, Dr. Patel's son, held up his phone. I'm live streaming to the neighborhood Facebook group. 3 to 12 viewers and climbing. Karen lunged for the phone. Security escorted her to a chair. I took the floor. Here's what I propose. We dissolve the one-person enforcement committee and form a 3-person panel elected annually. Transparent fines, appeal process, 48-hour notice for non-emergencies. Hands shot up. Discussion lasted 2 hours. Karen tried to interrupt 17 times. Each time, the room voted to silence her. Final tally, 39-4 in favor of my proposal. Karen's allies abstained in shame. As we filed out, she cornered me by the coffee urn. This isn't over, she hissed. I know people. So do I said, nodding toward Officer Ramirez, who'd stopped by for the free cookies. That night, I removed the guest registration sign. Victory tasted like decaf. But at 2:14 a.m., my phone buzzed. Ring alert, motion at front door. The footage showed Karen in a black hoodie, spray painting my mailbox sunset coral with a can labeled HOA approved. I saved the video, set my alarm for 6 a.m., and smiled for the first time in weeks. Officer Ramirez met me at the gatehouse with 2 deputies and a warrant. Karen answered her door in a silk robe patterned with tiny gavels. This is harassment, she shrieked as they cuffed her. The charges, vandalism, trespassing, filing a false police report. Her 911 call claimed I'd brandished a weapon, my phone. By noon, the story hit the local news. HOA president arrested after paint prank. Backfires, my ring footage. Went viral on Nextdoor. The board held an emergency vote via Zoom. Karen was removed as compliance chair, fined $1,200 for damages, and banned from holding office for 5 years. Her husband, a tax attorney, paid my mailbox replacement without a fight. Dr. Patel was elected interim president. First order of business, repealing the tree height rule. Second, installing a community suggestion box. Karen's house went on the market 3 days later. The listing photos carefully cropped out the faded HOA approved stain on her own garage. On moving day, I left a welcome basket on her porch, a miniature Japanese maple, a decibel meter, and a laminated copy of the new bylaws. Inside, a note. Section 4B now allows smiles up to 85 dBA. Welcome to the neighborhood, anywhere but here. She didn't wave goodbye. 6 months later, Willow Creek's Facebook group renamed itself The Park Place. Someone posted a photo of my pathway lights at dusk. 204 likes, 0 complaints. Lena and I hosted the first block party in years. Dr. Patel brought samosas. Officer Ramirez brought his wife's laptop. She needed an upgrade. Karen's old house sold to a young couple with a rescue dog and a baby on the way. They painted the mailbox sage green. No one measured. I still check the Ring app out of habit. Last night, it caught a raccoon stealing a Tupperware. Lid from my doorstep. Remains of Karen's abandoned brunch. I let him keep it. Some battles end with arrests, others end with raccoons. Either way, the corner lot is quiet again. And the Japanese maple just hit 15 feet exactly. I sent Dr. Patel a text. Time to update the bylaws? He replied with a thumbs-up emoji and a photo of the suggestion box, overflowing with kind notes and 0 pink citations. Luxury, it turns out, isn't in the brochure. It's in the space between neighbors, who finally learned to wave instead of measure.